Hello guys, so I just recorded a video for you, but it's testing my patience because it turns out I didn't have enough disk space, so I'm doing it again. Hope you don't mind that I'm speaking in a quiet voice as opposed to a whisper. It's because what I have to say today is hopefully quite interesting and important. So I'm going to go straight into what I wanted to tell you, show you, and yeah. So today I've been out with my family and I went into an old bookstore. And I was really happy to find that there was a philosophy section right there and within my view as soon as I walked in the room. So I bought 2 books, but the one that I'm going to share with you now is the one that I've been reading so far, and it's called Matrix and Philosophy. Now, I have a few things to say and share with you about this book, and I wanted to do it in a way that was relaxing for you, because this is my ASMR channel after all, so I'll try and make it as relaxing as possible for you. So, a lot of you, I'll start off by saying that in my last video I talked about conspiracy and philosophy, and it seems like you guys are really interested in it, so that's awesome because I'm going to want to speak about it quite a lot, I think, just because it's the most interesting topic to me. Now, I wrote down a few things that I've read in this book so far. I've only read a few pages, but as I'm sure a lot of you are aware, there's a film called The Matrix. I think the film is great. It's very good, but I'm more interested in the underlying meanings to it as opposed to the technological sci-fi special effects, you know? Yeah, right, I have a bit of a journal. Actually, not so much a journal, it's more, I write down things that I think are interesting, so quotes, passages from books mainly. I read a lot of articles on spirituality and philosophy, and today I thought I should buy a book instead because I've not been doing a lot of reading this last year apart from for university. But while I was reading that book, I realised that there's so much more information and just you can get so much more from a book, basically. I'm going to share with you what I wrote down just today. This book is actually the beginning of me sort of being interested in spirituality. I started off by following religion maybe 4 or 5 years ago, but I realised that religion wasn't for me. Not only do none of my family follow religion, but it just didn't feel right. So it does start off with some biblical quotes, but as you get to like the end, You'll see what I wrote today, and that includes obviously stuff about the Matrix and just a bit more up to date in terms of spirituality. So, I'm going to rest you down over there, okay? Because I'm a bit uncomfortable. Really is a horrible day today. Rain has been pouring down. Right. I'll try and tap the book at the same time. So, obviously I've already gone through this already, so I'm sorry if I'm rushing into it. It's just that I'm not very patient when it comes to redoing these videos. It's just, yeah, I just want to get them done. So this book, called The Matrix and Philosophy, in the first passage, it starts off by saying, I'm not going to read the whole book to you, just so you know. I'm just going to talk about some stuff that I thought was interesting and worth mentioning to you guys. So, it starts off by saying, which pill would you choose, the red or the blue? Is ignorance bliss, or is the truth worth knowing no matter what? After watching the Matrix film, reading about it and pondering over it, I realised that I think I would choose the red pill every time. Some of you might not know what I'm talking about by that, but basically in the film, the red pill sets you free when you take it. However, it also opens you up to the scary truth and the reality of things. What the reality is, no one knows. Or at least they try and explain it in the film. It's not necessarily a beautiful concept. It's not happy and jolly. It's more truthful than anything. Okay. Just had to talk to my mum, so sorry about that. So, getting back to what I just said. I'm the type of person that would want to know the truth, I think, rather than living in ignorant bliss. So whether that opportunity will ever arise in my life, I don't know. But I think that's what I would choose. So, another question to ponder. Is it possible that we ourselves are prisoners of the Matrix? So, for most people, when they watch this film, it's just a film and it's just fantasy. But for other people, it might be like a bit of a reality check, because they start to wonder if it's trying to tell us something, if it might even be true. Whether it is, I don't know. I'm just hoping you guys can help me out with that one. So, in the film, Trinity says, I'm sorry if this is boring. Honestly, my last video was probably a bit better because it was more spontaneous. But right now, I'm just trying to remember what I was saying before. Please bear with me. In the film, she says, it's the questions that drive us. These sort of questions can include, what can I know? What should I do? What may I hope? What is real? What is happiness? And what is the mind? I think those questions are very difficult to answer. I would struggle with those. I guess we are on a mission to find out what those mean to us personally, collectively as a species. I don't know. Just another interesting thing that I wrote down in here is the author of The Matrix. How you pronounce his name, I'm not sure, but I'm going to say Elia. He actually died before completing the sequel to The Matrix. So that was like red flags for me. Because I'm a bit of a conspiracist, I thought, oh my god, he was killed. So it is kind of suspicious, and it suggests to me that maybe he died because he was giving out too much information. Or maybe he just died randomly, who knows? I'm not going to read all of them, but hopefully so far you're intrigued. So, few people recognise that The Matrix is a retelling of the greatest story never told. So, a lot of people say that The Matrix is one of the greatest stories ever to be told. But in this book he's making reference to the fact that actually this is a story about Socrates, the great philosopher. It's almost as though the book has been based on Socrates and his life and his philosophical endeavours. And a lot of people don't know that. I didn't know that before reading this book. So, it just seemed like a made-up story, but in fact it seems to me like this has been based on Socrates and the fact that he was someone who spoke out about maybe this isn't the true reality we're living in. Some people don't like to accept that, so it makes it difficult, I guess, to really understand it. So like Neo in the film, played by Keanu Reeves, Socrates had a splinter in his mind. What is the good life? Are we living it right now? Or is there something else? Something truer? I don't know. But I do have that splinter in my mind. Can't deny it. I feel like this is very serious. But that's just who I am, I think. The fact that I find this interesting, it's just, I can't help it. But I want to be able to share these ideas with you just because they amaze me. And in a way I feel like I'm following my path in life when I'm thinking about philosophy and questioning everything. Well, okay, there's one last thing I'll talk about, just because if you are watching this before going to bed, I don't want it to be too intense. But there's also the film Fight Club that's mentioned in this book. Not this one, the other one. And I always thought Fight Club was a good film. You know, most people watch it because, it's about gangsters, and not gangsters, but fighting, and it's cool. But the thing is, it's got so many underlying ideas in it. To me, it's just fascinating. You know, Brad Pitt says to the main actor in the film, don't know his name, he says, let me just think of how he says it exactly. How do you know who you are if you've never had a fight? Something like that. Now, it may seem like that's very... let me read you what he put about it, because I can't word it in the same way. Where's it gone? Bear with me. So the author of the Matrix book says, however, this is not a moronic testosteronic query. He's basically saying this is not just a stupid thing a testosterone-filled man is saying to him. He's basically looking at the deeper idea behind it, which is that how can you fully know yourself until you've experienced pain and we gain self-knowledge through struggle. There's no other way for us to know ourselves and the world around us any better than to experience everything life has to offer. So, they were just a few little ponderings, and I was excited that I bought this book today because I get it, you know. When I read it, it makes more sense to me than reading about history. And well, I get history, but some of it I don't get, and some of it is just to be like, oh, okay, so this is what you're telling me happened in history, and I guess I'll believe it. I don't like that. I don't know why. My mind doesn't seem to be built that way. So, if you're like me and you find this philosophy talk interesting, then please drop me a line and just let me know that I'm not going crazy by thinking that I'm the only one who likes this stuff. But you know, the feedback from my last video was great and made me feel happy that there's little people like me, because there was a while back, you know, when I thought to myself I should stop doubting everything and being such a conspiracist, because it might not get me anywhere in life. It might just make me unhappy. But I don't think that's true. At least I like to not think that that's true. I want to strive for things that I find interesting and strive for the truth, even if it does hurt. Because I can't see any other way, really. So, think I'm saying so a lot. But yeah. Hope it wasn't too mind baffling, and I honestly could talk about it for ages, I think, but after a certain while you start to think, well, you don't want to drive yourself crazy with some of these thoughts. You can drive yourself crazy and no one wants that, so sometimes people like me who think really in depth about life, I mean, they're not viewed as in a positive light. I mean, Socrates, he was killed for his way of thinking. Basically, his mission was to try and show humanity that there was a higher plane of existence, higher plane of reality that existed beyond our own, beyond anything that our five senses can determine. So, I hope it made sense, and if not, then maybe I just sent you to sleep anyway. But I'm sure the more I read this book, I'll have a lot more to talk to you about and ponder it with you, because yeah, it's kind of cool. So, hopefully this video works. Hopefully it's okay for you. Thank you so much again to all of you. I hope you have a great day and a peaceful night. Thank you.